In this video for the Beach Bag Trio, we're going to be talking about cutting your fabric and interfacing. The Beach Bag Trio pattern has 3 different sizes: large, medium, and small. The large bag here has no pockets, so you can make these bags with no pockets. You can make the bag with an open top pocket, like you see in the medium-sized bag behind, or you can put zippered pockets on it. In this video, we're going to be talking about cutting the fabric for the center panel and the 2 side panels. Now these panels run all the way down the front of the bag, across the bottom, and all the way up the back of the bag, so they're quite long. So normally when you're going to cut your fabric, for the small and medium bag, you can cut the way you normally do and just simply cut your panels straight across the width of your fabric. This is the folded edge of your fabric and the selvage edges are up there. For the large bag is so large that you need to cut a very long piece of fabric. Then you're going to take that fabric and refold it. So I am going to fold it so that the selvage edges are on either side. I'll get there in just a minute here. This is not perfect, but I think you get the gist. So smooth it out. Now you'll notice that the selvage edges are on the sides. Now you're going to cut your strips for the center panel, and you'll do the same thing with the side fabric. You'll cut your strips across the width of your fabric. On the large bag only, you will have, when you cut your center panel, you will have fabric left over that you can use for other parts of your bag, like your binding and your handles. So that's it for cutting the fabric. The only other thing on the fabric, you only have to do that when you're cutting the center panel and the sides. You do not have to do that if you're cutting your pockets. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the interfacing. And we use Bosel's Interform Plus for the project. When you take this out of the bag, because it's been folded, you will see some folds in the product. Now you can just fold this in half, and this is a very long piece, and cut. Or if you want to get rid of some of the folds, and it won't be perfect, but a little bit better than it is as it comes out of the package. Simply take parchment paper, cover your ironing board, oops, might be good if I had it right side up, with parchment paper, and then make sure you're working with just one layer, not a folded layer. Take a smaller piece of parchment paper, put it on top, and iron it with a steam iron. You may have to do that a couple of times and flip it over, do the other side, but it will flatten this product a little bit and get rid of some of the folds. And I'll show you in the next step. It won't be perfect, but it will be better than it is in the bag. So here it is after it's been ironed. Now I've already folded this because I'm going to talk about the next step here. This product is a very large piece of interfacing. It is packaged 1 yard, but the yard is 58 inches long. So it is a very long piece, particularly for the small and medium bag. So in your instructions, I suggest that you trim it to the length that you need for your bag, and that's stated in the pattern. So you're going to trim off a piece. This happens to be the piece for the smaller bag, and I've just trimmed off a piece. Now this is going to be extra, so you'll have quite a bit extra for the small bag, so you can use it for another project. You'll have less for the medium bag, and even less for the larger bag. But you will, for all bags, you'll use this one piece. So all you're doing is you're taking your piece, and see how this is a little bit flatter now that I've ironed it with parchment paper on both sides. I fold it in half, trim it. So now this piece is the length that I need for my center panel and my side panels. So I'm going to take this piece, and again, like I did with the fabric, I'm refolding it. And then I'm going to cut my center panel, my two side panels, and my handle interfacing out of this one piece. For the large bag, you will have to use that extra piece to cut your handles. And that's it.